Okay, one of the first things I want to do is take a pound of bacon. I'm going to half it. As you see here, I'm going to half it. I'm not going to need the whole thing of bacon, so I'm going to set this to the side. And then let me adjust my camera here a bit, if you guys can see that. Let's see. Alright. I'll place them in double. I'm going to place them in double. Get them fried up. Now I'm going to have 3 baked potatoes. One's going to be just sour cream and butter. One's going to be sour cream, butter, and cheese with broccoli. And I'll show you how I prepare the broccoli. And obviously one's going to be sour cream, cheese, butter, and bacon. Now once this is done, I'll chop it up, make it little finer pieces, and we'll go from there. Alright, we're going to start flipping this here, kind of see where we stand. Obviously it's going to need more. Whole idea is to get it crisped up, nice and crunchy. Start spreading them around now. This should only take probably 3-4 minutes with this induction cooker. As you see it, I'm using here again. Alright, I'm cooking at 375 now. I had it at 425 to heat it up quickly. Alright. Everyone loves bacon. It's not the healthiest thing in the world, but it sure is a go-to to add flavor to pretty much anything. Alright, we're getting pretty close. Alright, we're going to go ahead and pull this out. I'm going to set it on a napkin to the side, drain the grease off. I'm going to chop it up in little finer pieces. It's definitely cooked. Alright, unplug this. Alright, I'll chop it up next. Alright, now we're going to get this chopped up. You guys can see. Chop it up kind of fine. You want. Right to the side. That's plenty of bacon for 1 potato. Obviously, if you're going to put it on 2 or 3 potatoes, you're going to need a little more. So we're going to set that to the side. What I'm going to do now is pretty much, you see here, take the broccoli, and it's a little too big to put on baked potato. So what I like to do is take the stems off as much as possible. Leave a little more here. Okay, that's going to be pretty much enough for 1 baked potato. Now what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to actually put some melted butter over it, put it in a container, and once the potatoes are done, that's going to be one of the toppings. And you can add garlic to it. You can add any other type of seasoning that you would like. It's it's kind of up to you. Whatever you like in a baked potato. A baked potato is like an open book. You can add anything in the world to it. It's just your preference and up to your taste. All right. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is kind of take my broccoli that I've cut up, as you see, and drizzle, you can see that, drizzle the butter. And that's pretty much ready, unless you want to add another flavor to it. But that's going to be one of the toppings. One of the toppings. Pretty good, guys. All right, next item. Another choice is we can also add green onions, which I'm just going to cut up a few, as you can see. Okay, now I am going to prep my potatoes to place in the oven. I'm using a gas oven, and I usually cook about 450 degrees for about 45 minutes to an hour. Now, it's up to the person, but they say poke a hole in it. Look at that. Doop, doop. And that lets a little bit of the water escape. Okay. So we're going to do it. If you don't want to do that, guess that's fine. So we're going to finish up this one and get going. Now what I like to do is I take an olive oil, and the reason I use olive oil is the high temperature doesn't the smoke point. So, and I take a brush, and I just coat it, and the reason I do that, that's so the salt will stick to it. So I'm going to do all three of these real quick. And as you probably guess now, it's going to be a salt crusted. And I use the salt crusted to draw out a lot of the moisture, which the holes that I pierced in there with a fork, that actually lets the moisture out. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is here, I'm using a coarse salt. You see here as I'm pouring. And that's going to be my outer salted crust. All right. Again, there's mixed feelings on this, that makes it too dry, but it does draw out the moisture. Which, when you add butter and any kind of toppings, especially the butter, it absorbs in a potato. Okay. Foil, see here, just wrap it up in the foil. Now that salt's going to make that outside of the potato, it's going to harden up. Okay, that's maybe kind of loud. If it is, I'm sorry. All right, I'll go ahead and do all three of them real quick for you. Again, get it as pretty even as you can. Place one more. And hopefully that's not too loud. Okay, just a couple of facts. The state that eats the most baked potatoes. Now, what would you think? Of course, it's Idaho, because of the Idaho potato. Each person per capita, each person eats approximately 117 pounds of potatoes a year. Oh, that's a lot of potatoes. Oh. Another fact, potatoes, when planted from a plant, seed, they take anywhere from 18 to 20 weeks before you get this here. Another interesting fact, potatoes were the first veggie grown in space. Another one, potato is about 80% water. And if you ever can't sleep at night because you don't know, man, what's the largest potato ever grown? Well, I'm going to tell you, 81 pounds. That's in the Guinness Book of World Records. 81 pounds is the largest one. All right, guys, I'm going to get these in the oven, and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, I am back. I have now baked the potatoes for about an hour and 10 minutes. And this is what I've got. I'm going to bring it over. Sorry about the noise. Look at the crusted salt. Now these things are extremely hot. I'm just going to line them up. Okay. Oh, hot potato, hot potato. I've already unwrapped this one. All right. Like I said, this has been maybe it's about an hour and 10 minutes or so. Maybe a little more, a little less. First thing we're going to do, we're going to cut into it. Okay, let me see if I can do this so you guys can see it. I'm cutting into all three. Don't cut all the way to the edge. Leave a little room there. And I'm going to show you why. Scoot these over. You're going to take that and you're going to push it out. That's what you're going to do. Okay, you see that? Push it out. And that gives you a pocket. That gives you a pocket to work with. Okay, that's all three. Get a little close up on that if I can. Well, guess not. Guess I was on close up. Okay, we're going to keep moving forward here. Now, see this? I melted butter. I use just a cheap paintbrush. Home Depot, change it out about every month or so. But what I do, now watch this. I just butter it down. Butter it down. Okay, here's the next one. You see that? Look at that drizzle. Now remember when I told you that the salt pulls the moisture out? Well, this butter now is replacing that moisture. Okay, so you're not going to have a dry potato. Look at that. Oh, it's going to be really moist. So the first one we're going to add, what can we add? You know what? I'm going to go with the sour cream. So the first one's going to be sour cream. As you can see, spread it out, put as much as you like. All right. Then we're going to go with just a little bit of pepper. You guys see that? Pepper it. Then I'm going to add a finely shredded cheese. Okay. So that's pretty much the sour cream, cheese, and of course the heart-healthy butter over the top. All right, do it any way you would like it. These are just a few, or actually three ways that I like it. I've already got the butter on there. Okay, I'm going to put sour cream again because I really don't think you can have a baked potato without sour cream. You can if you like it. Just put butter on it, salt and pepper. Okay. I think this one here, we're going to add, remember the broccoli and butter? That's what we got. All right. Top that over. Oh yeah. I'm sure you can see that. And make it a little more heart healthy. Oh, you can't go wrong. All right. The next one's going to be kind of the Mac Daddy. So we're going to add the sour cream. Now you probably want to do these a little bit ahead of time and keep the oven warm. And put them back in there for, 5 minutes, 10 minutes to not reheat them, but keep them at the temperature they should be at. And of course, they're served with, steak, pork chops, anything you really want. Okay, we're gonna get what do you think? A little bit of cheese. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Over the edges, over the edges. Perfect. Okay. Remember the bacon I cooked? And we're just gonna place that on there. As everyone knows, you can't really go wrong with bacon. Let's just do one of these. Oh, yes. Oh my God. If you guys could smell the aroma of the bacon, it really overpowers everything. But it's, let's see. I'm going to try this. Let me see. Make a mess. Okay, I can't hold it too long. It's kind of hot. All right, so I won't do that again. We're going to add green onions. You know what? We're going to add green onions to this. Now, if you don't like them, you add whatever you would like. Okay, I'm not going to add any of that broccoli. But this is perfect, guys, to serve with any meat, whether it's pork chops, chicken, fried chicken, baked chicken, steaks, you name it. Hey, this is pretty much going to wrap it up for my video. And I would like to thank everyone that watches my videos day or night, takes the time out of their personal life to watch my videos. If there's anything that you would like to see, please leave a comment in the section below. As always, give the thumbs up, share it, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I would deeply appreciate that. Hey, until next time, I'll see you later.